happy Yuletide greetings. Well, we're not really dressed for it.
What about my Yule log?
Hey now.
Yeah, we're going
I'm
there.
festive. I'm wearing red.
We're yeah, you are. You are.
Ketchup on your shirt?
Yeah, it's ketchup.
Spaghetti dinner gone wrong.
This shirt's about spousal abuse. I don't know. It's weird.
I'm Russ. I'm sorry. I'm Road Dog Russ now.
Road dog. Russ.
I don't know. Where the verdict's still out on the road dog. Russ.
Well,
the homeless guy.
Wizard Willie.
That was weird too.
Wizard.
You guys get me a fucking wizard hat, I'd wear it. Just saying.
Hugging is his business, by the way.
Yeah.
And of course, the money man Joey Fingers there.
Hey now.
Hey now. Yeah. We all talk about like how we don't well, nostalgia has been kind of reared its head, over the last so many months. But I think the ultimate nostalgia act is going to be coming back on TV. So, I hate to put it that way, but
When this Monday night?
Are you going to put him in a corner?
oh my goodness, he escaped the corner. But yeah, Vince coming back on TV. Coincidentally, Raw's TV ratings have kind of steadily gone down.
Well, yeah, because Triple H and The Undertaker haven't been on. Just saying.
Just saying.
Numbers, money.
But
Same.
yeah, the numbers, money.
Let's not start there already. It's the beginning of the
it's
show.
so much
We're
fun,
opening
though.
the show,
Show.
all right?
By the way, he hates nostalgia, but whose belt is this?
We're not arguing yet.
I just
We're
had to
not
do it.
arguing
I had to
yet.
do it.
It's a nice belt, though.
Yeah, it's a great belt.
It's a great belt. It's
There you
nostalgic,
go.
though.
Yeah. But it's the Attitude Era in front of us right now, because that was the golden age.
This is the crown jewel.
Yes. Oh, very nice. But coincidentally,
It's owned by
the
Indian?
ratings have been the ratings have been steadily going down, and they tried bringing back, Triple H, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. Really didn't. I mean, it was kind of cool to see for a little bit,
But that was a one-off at Crown Jewel.
But the ratings still didn't really hit. So what do? They go to the ultimate nostalgia act, and now they're bringing Vince back on TV.
So you're saying this because...
Wait,
of
were the ratings worse before or after the Nostalgia Act?
After.
So you really can't blame the Nostalgia Act. You're blaming what's not the nostalgia.
Well, that's not true. Okay, when I say that, we looked up the figures last night. I don't feel like looking at my phone right now.
Right.
In
The Google machine.
When was Crown Jewel? October?
Ish.
Yeah, October.
Okay, the first set of the lowest ratings ever were in September. So that could have been the build up, the lead with DX and everything else, Kane and The Undertaker. That could have been the beginning of it. Then the second one was after Crown Jewel, which was 2 in November, and the lowest ratings they've ever had was last week. So
With no nostalgia.
It's
but with
yeah,
nostalgia,
yeah.
the ratings dip started with the Nostalgia Act. So I'm in defense of the Nostalgia Act to a point. So don't start banging on me about this yet.
to a point.
Because everybody loves that shit, man.
No, I mean,
everybody
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
For a little bit, but
Yeah.
the problem that they had was that they tried to build up storylines around it, and it's like
Well, you can't just throw a match out there.
yeah.
Then you're Ring of Honor.
Then the 60-year-old Triple H tears his pec and all the stories are done anyway.
Yeah.
He couldn't even go anyway, so it's,
And I'm sorry, but I still go back to Shawn Michaels in the corner. When him and Triple H are like in the corner.
Yeah.
And Shawn Michaels looks at him and goes, "We're too old for this." So, but I mean.
But Ric Flair's ready to take bumps again.
Oh Lord, in heaven. God, please, for the love of God,
He's been cleared. He's been cleared though.
He's been.
he was dead a year ago, literally. Like
Can't you just go to the bathroom and do bumps like everybody else?
Wasn't he legally dead like a year ago?
I think so.
Oh my God! I mean, when I saw that headline, I'm like, oh, for the love of God, no. I mean, I like. Who doesn't like Ric Flair? I mean, who doesn't?
I mean, it's Ric Flair.
But it's like, yeah, exactly. But you know what? It's like, okay, you're 70 years old now. You're beat up.
His skin's no longer attached to his muscles when he moves. You ever notice that?
Pretty
It's
much. I mean, it's kind of like, a Weekend at Bernie's kind of a situation, only he's alive.
Like I said, he was literally dead. He was dead. And now he wants to come back and take bumps.
weird. Zombie Flair?
Oh my God. But to circle back to the beginning of this conversation, Vince coming on, being on TV this week. I don't know, man. That's
Okay.
I
He's
think
announcing the female tag team
Baron
championship.
Corbin's getting fired.
He's announcing the female tag teams.
He's giving an ultimatum to Corbin for TLC. If you don't win this match, you're done.
You're fired.
Wait,
I don't know.
TLC's before Raw, isn't it?
Well,
He's giving the ultimate. No. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call. Sorry.
Rewind that.
Well, do we
Rewind. Sorry.
But Seth Rollins came out.
The week before,
Yeah, the week before.
Of the
And
closet?
kind of put the company on blast. They kind of put Raw on blast.
So they're trying to make him CM Punk?
Yeah. Pipe bomb.
Hey, I
it
mean,
was pretty much a pipe bomb.
That's what I'm saying.
Pretty
That's what it
much a
reminded
pipe
me
bomb,
of.
yeah. But he goes, "We suck, and you're one of the reasons why."
Oh, to Baron Corbin. Yeah.
to Baron Corbin. Which, if you look at Baron Corbin's role, he plays his role fairly well, but he just does not connect.
No, it's awful.
He should not talk.
He is a henchman.
Slap a king
Yeah.
mask on him and don't let him talk the rest of the fucking
they're
career.
putting. I guess he would be an example of them putting somebody in a role that doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And they're the square peg in a round hole kind of a kind of a deal. And he's trying. I can't fault the effort because he's.
I was kind of liking the idea of the faction they have going with Lashley and
Right.
and,
I can't believe I'm hearing this right now.
I was digging the faction thing, but it's not. It just doesn't come across right.
No,
The one thing that's been universally panned by WWE, and you pan everything by WWE. So the one thing that's been universally panned on I know we're talking about the internet, whatever, but on the wrestling people and all the message boards and everything else, the one thing everyone hates seems to be universally is Baron Corbin in this role. You said henchman, which is a great thing. Him standing behind somebody else of power and being the muscle, I can see it and talk a little bit. Maybe he's doing okay, but I can't believe I'm hearing this. You saying he's mildly okay. I can't believe.
no. I mean,
I can't
no.
believe.
well, no. I'm not.
He's
saying,
not. I'm digging the idea of that little faction they got going.
Yeah, the faction idea.
Well, no.
Him saying,
Him,
What I'm saying,
evolved.
what I'm saying is,
I love WWE.
he's you can see he's putting forth the effort.
yeah,
He's
but
putting forth the effort. It's just not connecting.
the one thing that everybody hates, he makes Raw unwatchable for me.
Yeah.
And that's your boy.
Oh, he was until he shaved his head and he put a suit on.
Yeah, the whole wrestling with a shirt and a
Yeah,
vest.
you wrestle in a vest?
Danny Terrio.
Yeah. What? Wow, Joey's old.
Saturday Night Live.
Denny Terrio.
Saturday Night Fever, not Saturday Night Live.
Wasn't he at the largest disco or whatever? Doesn't he do that every year or something
No,
like
it's
that?
John Travolta.
That was-
John
yeah.
Travolta, whatever. But
Where?
yeah.
That was my Travolta, sorry.
Sound like Vinny Barbarino.
Speaking about ancient, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
same guy. Oh,
Up your nose with a rubber hose. Oh.
My hair.
Hey,
But you know what? It's
Mr. Carter. I just put a welcome back Carter reference in there. Bang.
we're going Horseshack now.
Signed Epstein's mom. You
See, we all know what it is, though.
guys don't know. We're sorry. Nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Ding, ding, ding.
I'm in a time warp right now. But
Is this show airing 1970 on like ABC?
But when we can afford better graphics, we need to put this. When somebody brings up nostalgia, we need the word nostalgia above our heads. Okay.
now, when let's circling back to Vince coming back, how much do you think that helps? at this point?
It depends on what he does.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to what happens.
If he plays a major role within the next, let's say, month, I'd say okay. But what's the point of him coming back with a one-off, walking down the aisle, and then saying something and leaving?
Still think they're announcing the female champion or tag championships.
But that's the whole thing. I mean, well, I guess you kind of said it right there. Then we'll pose the question: Is this a one-off, or is this going to be like maybe he shows up for like a few weeks in a row? You know, because like you said, if this is a one-off, it's going to be.
He's going to fight Brock Lesnar.
You guys keep banging on the table and keep moving.
Angry.
Yeah.
But a one-off appearance doesn't do. I mean, there'll be like, the people in the arena will go nuts. You know, they'll pop. You know, but it's like after that 10 to 15 minute segment is done, however long it's going to be, then what? Then you go back to what you were before. And then where does it go from there?
Plus, too, it's not after a pay-per-view, so you're going to start some new storylines and hopefully something with content.
This is actually the go-home edition, so it's like, okay, you want to boost up the go-home for like whatever segment Vince is on. If they're smart about this, they won't put them on in the beginning.
But you know they are.
But
McMahon leads off the show. I mean, that's just.
What's the go home show? Because the go home show was last Monday.
TLC.
That's the last pay per view of the month or the year.
Oh, you're talking about for the year? The go home. I'm confused because I.
Well, wait. I mean, how? I mean, it's
I got
leading.
you.
Yeah, it's leading into TLC at this point.
It's
so
after TLC.
That's what you just yelled at me about.
Yeah, it's after TLC.
But
You didn't yell at me.
yeah, angry.
Don't make me hit the table again.
But one-offs only do so much. It's not going to fix anything, you know. And then after he leaves, it's like, okay, now what?
Maybe they bring. Unless they do something completely drastic, I see him going out there because they're being very meta about this, very WWE. They see that their ratings are awful, so they're getting in front of the problem with what Seth Rollins said and Vince coming back. Vince might not mention the ratings, but he'll, in his weird way, say that things are running crappily around here, whatever he says.
And then he'll blame Corbin.
Right.
And Shane takes over Raw.
And that'll bring Stephanie out. I'm imagining. Unless they do something completely drastic, it'll bring Stephanie out, and Stephanie will have to take back over. But
Does Kurt Angle come back?
Again, because
ratings were better with Kurt Angle.
I can't remember. With Strowman being out, is Corbin even wrestling?
He still has a match.
It's still a match.
Yeah, if he doesn't show up, Corbin is the
Full-time,
which would be Monday.
But
which would be Monday night.
Yeah,
but the issue that you have is that
Strowman's showing up. He'll be
his elbow, but he had I guess pure speculation, but I guess the injury was worse than they thought.
He'll still beat him with one arm if he has to.
Yeah, well, but that just
flipped the truck. It's Strowman. He's fine.
Or Corbin wins. Stands in the ring and nobody shows up, whatever. He wins, becomes a full-time GM. He goes in first night out and Vince fires him. That might be cool.